Hello and welcome to day number 4 of bookmas. And for those of you who are new here, my name is Amelia and I upload book content usually on a weekly basis, but in the month of December you get it every other day. And if you're not new here, then welcome back. Today we are here with something I started, I think I did it last year, I'm pretty sure I did, but it also helps me with my book journal that is coming up very soon. But it is my 2026 TBR, also known as my 26 books of 2026. These are the 26 books that I hope to read next year. This year I can say I probably haven't read all of them. Let me get my book journal. Ooh, and I'm about to mess it up. I'm so far behind on my book journal as well, so please ignore the fact that I don't really know why I'm telling you that. But let's just quickly tell you I had 25 books on this TBR. For 2025, obviously, I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So far, we're not at the end of the year yet when I'm filming this, but so far I've read 16 out of 25 books, which is probably not as good as it could be, but it could be worse. So I'm not complaining with that, but I would hope to try and I put on all the books I really want to get to, whether they're in the middle of a series or they're books that I just know that are on my radar that I really, really want to read next year, on here. And I've tried to make sure it's like either in the middle of the series I'm already in. I'm probably not going to pick up before the end of the year, but because this is what happened last year. I put Thrive by Crystal Becker Ritchie on it, and then by the time 2025 turned around, I'd already read it at the end of the year. So, we'll see. But I'm just going to quickly go through it. I'm not going to talk really much about the books because I have no idea about the books. I have no thoughts on the books because I've not read them. But they're books that I know I really want to get to. And there's a mixture of fantasy and romance on here. And there's also a couple of Kindle books that are not books I've got physically. So I kind of try to range on that because I do read a lot of books that are on Kindle Unlimited anyway. Or I buy on Kindle that I might not hold the physical book. And I thought if I put a couple that are on there, all the more reason to pick them up, right? So, these are my 26 books of 2026, also known as my 2026 TBR. Let's go. The first book is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. This book, I recently bought it because it was like on discount on Amazon. Like they had a hardback sale recently, I think, because like I bought about 4 hardbacks in the space of a month for like £10 each, which would not be a thing, and it's usually like £20 at least. So I bought Quicksilver, and I was like, I've been wanting to read it for such a long time. It's one of those books that has been at my TBR, in my mental TBR for so long. So now I was like, okay, I need the book. I need to get the book. So it's one of those ones I really need to get to next year. I have been wanting to read it. I think I had a discussion with my friend. I can't remember if it was the first time we went for dinner or if it was like a second time. But we went for dinner once, and we were literally sitting there talking for about 3 hours. Oh, no, I think I know it was when we went... I know when I spoke about it, but we had for dinner. It was like at the beginning of the year. We had dinner and we were talking about it, and we were talking about books, and we both said we wanted to read Quicksilver. This was like in February. We are now in. This is my 2026 TBR, so I need to read it, and I'm so excited. I'm nervous because I've seen so many different reviews, but I'm also very excited. So yeah, I then also want to read Diabound by Sable Sorensen. I have to look over there because it's over there. I want to read Diabound by Sable Sorensen because I've just heard so many good things about it, and it just looks so good, and I'm just so intrigued by the story, and I need to get to it. I don't know why you're going to see my hand doing this. I do this a lot. I talk with my hands, sorry. But I really want to read Diabound. The next one is a book that I actually won in a giveaway this year, and that's The 3 Lives of Kate Kay. I think it's more literary fiction than romance or fantasy. It's definitely not fantasy, but I don't think it's romance. I think it's literary fiction. But I'm excited, and I would love to read it next year. We then have Wild Card by Elsie Silver. This book is a book that I need to get to because it will round up the series. It will round up the Rose Hill... Is it called Rose Hill series, the newer one? I'm a little bit apprehensive about this book because I didn't love Wild Side. Wild Love was okay. I loved Wild Eyes. And the premise of this book is intriguing, but we'll see. I then have Love Arranged by Lauren Asher. This is the third book in the Lakefront Billionaire series, which is her like spin-off from the Dreamland Billionaire series. And I have really enjoyed the first two books in the series. The first one was a 6-star star reads book for me. Second one was, I think I gave it like a 3.5, 3.75. Can't really remember. I enjoyed it, but thought it was too long. So, yeah. We then have Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone. I read Ready or Not. Was it Ready or Not? Can't see it, but I think it's called Ready or Not. Her book that everyone was talking about like, last year. I read this last year. Bought Promise Me Sunshine. Was so excited and just haven't read it. Not because I haven't wanted to. It's just not been one of those ones that's been on my radar. We then have The Wingman by Stephanie Archer. I, again, have had this on my TBR for quite a while. I read Behind the Net last year, Fake Out this year. It seems to be a book I'll read once a year. And they have both been on my... So Behind the Net was on my 24 books of 2024. The Fake Out was on my 25 books of 2025. So it just makes sense to put it on my 26 books of 2026. Then maybe Gloves Off will go on my 27 books of 2027, who knows. I feel like it's getting... The more years we add on, the more books is getting added to it, and that's a lot. We then have King of Sloth by Anna Huang. This is the fourth book in the Kings of Sin series by Anna Huang, and I loved the first three. So I'm really hoping to love the fourth. But I've heard it does not always... Some people have not liked this one as much. And from the looks of it, it's a little bit longer than the other ones, so... Brilliant. We then have Spark of the Other Flame by Pen Cole. This is a book series, basically. It's the first book of the Kindred's Curse series. It is a series that I've heard so many people talk about this year, and so many people rave about this year, that I was like, I really want to read it. And I've now got the first 3 books on my TBR, and I need to get to them. So I'm hoping to get to them next year. We then have Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I bought this book in November 2024, and I am still yet to pick it up. And it's not because I don't want to, it is actually high up my list in my mental TBR. Just I haven't gone to pick it up, and I'm pretty sure it was on my 25 books of 2025. So we're re-adding it to the 2026 one so I can try and get it off. We'll see what happens. I then have My Roommate is a Vampire by Jennifer Levine, I think that's her name. But I've heard so many good things about this book. Ellen Catherine has non-stop raved about this book and the series, so I feel like I need to read it soon whilst I keep thinking about it. I then have Foxglove by Adeline Grace. This is the second book to Belladonna. I read Belladonna this year, and I absolutely loved it. Well, I say loved it. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, and I was intrigued on what could happen next. I don't even remember the epilogue, which had the I can't think of the word. My brain is kind of switching off, and I'm having a moment. What is it called? That's it. Oh, the cliffhanger. I can't believe I just sat there for about nearly a minute going, what is it called? Left of the cliffhanger, and I was like, okay, I need to read Foxglove. So I do need to pick it up soon, because it would be nice to try and remember, but I really want to read it. We then have The Striker by Anna Huang. Again, I'm pretty sure that was on my 25 books of 2025. So we're re-adding it, if it was, because I really need to get to it, and I would love to get to it, because, like I said before, I love Anna Huang's writing, so I don't know why I haven't picked that one up. Then we have Let's Make a Scene by Laura Wood, I think is her name. I think it's that. I can't really see the author title from here. But I really like the look of this book. It looks extremely interesting. Words are not coming to my brain. It does look really interesting and really fun, and I just hope it's as good as I'm making it out to be in my brain and in my mind, because it looks good. God. Then we have Slapshot. This is a Kindle Unlimited read. I haven't got the physical book, but this is by Chelsea Curto, and I loved Face Off. I enjoyed Power Play. Probably wasn't my favourite. I definitely think I said in a reading vlog that it wasn't my favourite book, but I also think it took me a bit longer than I wanted to read because I was away, so it was probably why. But yeah, would love to get to Slapshot. It's the third book in the DC Star series, and it just seems really interesting. So then I have Falling Hard for the Royal Guard by Megan Clawson. My friend bought this for me because she read it and loved it, and it's really fun because my friend Donna, they never used to read, so when I got into reading, she didn't really read. And then I got her into reading. Well, she wanted to get into reading, and I started like her little like reading journey by giving her like books recommendations. And so now she's recommended me a book that she's read and I haven't, which is really, really nice and really fun. So yeah, I want to read that one next year for sure. Then I've got Roseblood by, I can't remember their name, but the last name I think is Howard. I don't know, but it's called Roseblood, and it's basically it kind of gives Phantom of the Opera vibes, and I love that musical. So I really want to read the book. So Roseblood is something I'm adding to 26 TBR. Also, I'm trying to make sure it's a book that maybe not everyone has read, and it's not something that's popular. I haven't seen anyone talk about this book anyway. So I think I need to add maybe at least one of those kind of books to my TBR. So yeah. We then have Beartown by... No, this is BK Borison, it's not BK Borison. Beartown by Frederick Backman. I have heard nothing but good things about this year, and I've heard so many people talk about it. I genuinely just think I need to get to it like ASAP. I want to get to it so soon, but I feel like I need to be in the right mindset for it as well because it's apparently really emotional, so yeah. We then have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Again, it's apparently a very emotional book, but everyone I've seen read it has loved it. So I feel like I need to read it. So, yeah. We then have Rewitched, which again is another one that was on my 2025 books of 2025, and we're re-adding it because I want to read it and I need to get it done. Because I really like the look of Uncharmed, but I can't read that until I've read Rewitched. So, yeah. We then have Wrecked by Lauren Asher. It is the third book in the Dirty Air series. I enjoyed Throttled and Collided. I actually really did like Collided. It was one of my good ones. And now that I'm in my F1 phase, like I'm loving F1, it makes more sense to me to read it. So I need to get it done. So, yeah. Then we have Queen of Shadows by Sarah J Maas. This is a fourth book in the Throne of Glass series, and is it the fourth? No, it's the fifth book, sorry. The fifth book in the Throne of Glass series, and I need to get to it like ASAP. I bought it on my Kindle. I've got it as an audiobook. I've got it as a physical book, and I need to get through it because it means then I have the tandem read to read next, and I'm a little bit scared. But again, I feel like I'm going to try and make more of a conscious effort next year to get through series more than starting a new series, but yeah. Then I have The Devil She Knows. I'm not sure who this is by. Let me get my Kindle app out because I bought it on Kindle because Ellen Catherine just raved about it. So it just made sense too. By Alexandria Belfleur. It was on the 99p deal. It was on the 99p deal, guys, and I was like, you know what? If it's on the 99p deal, I have to do it. Like, Ellen Catherine has raved about it, so I was like, okay, I'm buying it for 99p. So I cannot wait to read it. Then I have Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez because it would mean until her new book next year comes out, I will be up to date with her books, and I'll be really, really proud of myself and happy with that. But I've been putting it off because so many people I've seen read it have not liked it, and it scares me because I loved the book before this one and the first book in this series, which is The Friend Zone and Happy Ever After playlist. I loved those two books like so much, so I'm really scared to get into Life's Too Short and then not like it. So we then have Assistant to the Villain by, I don't know the name and I'm not going up to get it, but most people know what Assistant to the Villain is. They've heard of it, so yeah. And then we've got the final book on my 26 books of 2026, or my 2026 TBR, whichever one you want to call it, is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I miss a Christina Lauren book. I haven't read a Christina Lauren book in a while, and I've got about 4 of them on my TBR. And I went through the 4 and was like, which one do I really want to read most right now? And it's The Paradise Problem for sure. So I've put that for my 2026 TBR, and that, my friends, is the 2026 TBR for next year. And I'm very excited for that. There's quite a good few books on there that hopefully I'll get to, and I can say next year I'll successfully have done it. That's my hope. Fingers crossed, guys. Wish me the luck. All the luck in the world. Let's go. So yeah, that is the end of this video. If you want to leave in the comments your 26 books of 2026, love to see it. Or maybe just some books that are on your radar for 2026 that you really want to read. That is the end of this video, and if you did enjoy it, then please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and please join me again in 2 days' time for my next day of Bookmas. Bye!